Hi, this is Mike Carano, and this is episode number 9 of 5 Minutes with Mike. So this is kind of a weird episode. Not necessarily a weird episode, but it's about events that happen on one particular day that are kind of weird. I get up like I normally do about 9-ish, cruise down to Starbucks, get a coffee, something to eat, and on the way home I live next door to a park. So I park in the parking lot of the park. I park in the parking lot of the park, where I hear a dog bark, and a guy named Clark, after dark. I can't think of any other way to say it. I park in the parking lot of this park, and what am I, Dr. Seuss? And I drink my coffee, eat my muffin, listen to the radio, or return phone calls for a little bit, and then I go home and start my day, or I go back to bed. So this particular day, there was a woman who was sleeping in her car, or dead, I don't know, because she didn't flinch for like 20 minutes. And the only reason I even noticed her was because there was a guy stalking her, and he was driving a truck filled with pool cleaning equipment, so right there I knew it was trouble. And then he repositioned his truck after about 20 minutes so he had a better vantage point. He's just glaring at this woman. And I just got a sick feeling in my stomach and thought something bad was going to happen, so I called the cops. And I'm right in front of the guy talking to the cops, and I'm explaining to them what's happening and where I'm at. And the cop goes, oh yeah, we have a lot of problems in that park because it's a gay prostitute hangout area, and a lot of men go there to meet boys and they go have sex in the bushes. So I'm totally freaked out that all the cops in my neighborhood think I'm a gay hooker. And even worse, they think I'm a bad one because I can't even get someone to proposition me. So I go home, and there's this letter on my door, not in my mailbox, but pinned to my front door. And it's not to me, obviously, but this is the letter I found on my door. Hi Rick, it's Brenda Williams. I haven't heard from you, so I've written down a few things I need to clear up with you. By the way, this woman doesn't know where to put commas, so she's kind of an idiot. I don't appreciate the goons she sent to my apartment. I was afraid to answer the door, so I had Brian open the door and deal with them, not knowing why they were at our apartment. These guys hinted on how they could jeopardize his job and career and get us thrown out of the complex. Your daughter is crazy, and she has you completely fooled. She's no saint. She's had at least one abortion that I know about from a one-night stand just during the times we were speaking to each other. I will take a polygraph to back up everything I say. She admitted to smoking pot with her previous roommate, Tracy, who was a habitual drug user. She is very promiscuous. I know because I hooked her up with most of the guys she had sex with. I was involved in an on-again, off-again lesbian relationship with Christy for years. Christy, Brian, and I were engaged in threesomes, sorry I'm laughing, for several months prior to moving in together. Brian lived with us at the apartment the entire time I was staying there. Once again, she doesn't know where to put a comma. We continued to have threesomes during that time as well. My relationship with her soured, then she started acting and dressing provocatively around Brian. She was also sulking because he wouldn't eat dinner with her. She became jealous of our relationship and poured Clorox cleanup into the flowers Brian had sent me. She also admitted to putting Visine in the Nesquik Brian had in the fridge. She constantly went through our room to the point where we had to put a lock on the door. Christy knows Brian and I have an open relationship. Most of the text messages he sent her asked if it was okay to send her flowers or keep texting her. She never once replied. The text from her phone on May 9th at 10:21 a.m. was the first and only time she's ever responded to him since we moved out. And it's all documented. This was further documented by email correspondence I had with Christy myself. God, this woman and this f***ing commas. Only days ago. In these easy emails, she admits that Brian has never once came by her work or called her since we moved out. Brian and I will take multiple polygraphs to discredit any and all claims of any harassment. We are long-term members of a prepaid legal and are represented by Parker Stanberry in Santa Ana, California. Ooh. Brian is his father's only child. His dad has over $300,000 in liquid capital ready for his defense. This does not include his multiple real estate holdings. Brian's father will not stand by and watch his son's character being destroyed. We will not be harassed by you or your daughter, and we will not take this sitting down. I want to know this is finished between us, Rick. Please be man enough to call me back and let me know where you stand. If not, please at least have your lawyer call me and let me know if your threats are for real. A huge part of me urgently hopes that I could take this polygraph for you anyway, just so your daughter gets the help she so desperately needs. There's a hell of a lot more to this story than you'll ever know because Christy is a very good politician. Now here's where she tries to wrap it all up clean. Your family has always been very good to me, and I'm very sorry things ended up this way. Congratulations on your 10-year employee award. I wish you well, and I hope your daughter gets all the help she needs. Good luck and goodbye. So now I have the park incident, I read this letter, and I'm totally weirded out. The whole vibe of the day is bizarro. And my neighbor comes over and goes, hey, I'm selling a bunch of stuff, and I have something you might be interested in. So I cruise into his living room, and I see this. And of course, immediately I think, yeah, I'm gonna buy that. And then I thought, I don't want that. I don't like dead animals. I don't want that hanging around. I don't want that thing looking at me. And then I pictured myself trying to get rid of it, and I can't just throw it in a dumpster somewhere. Someone's gonna call PETA on me. And then I, envisioned myself sitting on the floor with a hacksaw trying to cut it up into small garbage can sized pieces so I could throw it away. And that's 100% true, that entire story. And that's a pretty weird day.